Sure you got that? I'll get it. if you want.
Yeah, it's close. Sometimes I don't like you, Chris.
I love you though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
All right, I've been asked to share my testimony tonight. My name is Michael, and I am a born-again child of God. By His grace, I've been saved. By His grace, I've been saved.
Amen.
And today I live a life for Him.
Amen.
I've been a drug addict since a very early age. I can remember just like it's yesterday. My first use, I was 10 years old, and I was living with my mom, me and my little sisters, and she had a boyfriend over, and they were drinking, and I don't know what else they were doing, but apparently me and my little sisters wasn't to be a part of that, so we were offered a beer and a joint and told to go to our rooms. I remember that feeling very well. I liked it. Because there was pain involved in that, and it made that go away. Just as I can't speak for anybody else, but I've used a lot to cover up pain, to cover up misery. Trying to make that better, trying to get rid of that. And it worked a little bit, in the beginning. I thought I really liked what I was doing. When I was 10 years old, I was using pot every day. Moved back with my dad when I was like 12, and he drank pretty much all the time. He did work and supported me real well, but it was just me and him. And through his drinking, he didn't really have time for me either. So, of course, I found something I did have time for. And smoked pot up till I was about 16, and I started using other drugs, started experiencing with other drugs. And I like those too. They made me feel okay with who I was. And, I just started experiencing with other drugs. I was an everyday smoker of pot, and I didn't see a problem with it. Because, my dad didn't really pay any attention to me, so I found something that would. Started having sex at a very early age. When I was about 14, 7th grade. Started skipping school, I was kicked off the bus when I was in the 6th grade because I got in a fight with the bus driver. They wouldn't let me on the bus no more, so my dad dropped me off at school on his way to work at 6:30 in the morning. I'd go in the front door and right out the back door. Go hang out with some of my friends over at their house doing drugs, drinking Mad Dog. I thought that was the life. I thought, I was cool. And I lived that life for a long time, and I don't know how, but I didn't start doing prison time until I was 22 years old. I got my door kicked in, selling pot, to support my habit. And I went to Boonville, got a 3-year sentence, and did most of that 3 years. Girls, I used sex as a tool to get what I wanted from them. I'm not proud of that, but it's who I was. In prison, and my first time down, I was in Boonville. I'd been there like 18 months, and I'm laying in my bunk sleeping, like 3:30 in the morning, and one of the officers comes to wake me up. I'm thinking, okay, UA, I'm getting a drug test, no big deal. Well, he tells me to get my tobacco and come with it. So he takes me outside, and he tells me that my wife and children were in a car accident. Talk about helpless, talk about hopeless. I found out later that the next morning, my counselor came in and took me to the phone, and I was able to call University Hospital where my youngest daughter. She was there in intensive care. Found out my wife, had got her leg broken. Youngest daughter, she was like 4, but she went through the windshield. Found out later that her mom had been drinking and had her sitting on her lap to drive, and they run off the road and hit a tree. And my daughter went through the windshield. Paige, Nathaniel, they had moderate injuries, but they were okay. Intensive care. At that point, I decided that it was time to do something different. It was time to get a life change, and I started going to church, and I was doing really good, and I got out, and I told myself I was never going to do that again. I was never going to be took away from my kids, because they were in foster care with their grandma, my wife's mom, and I had to fight to get them out of that, and finally I did, and I was doing really good for a while. But then after I got them out, things went back to the way it was. I went back to what I knew, because that's the life that I knew. Drinking, well, I didn't really drink, but I did drugs a lot, And wasn't very long, me and my wife separated, and I started using heavy again. I didn't have my kids; they were with their mom, and I didn't have no real responsibility. So I just started getting high again, and that led me going to drug court, and I did complete that. I don't know how I did, but through the grace of God, I guess, because even though I wasn't serving him then, he still always had me, but again, I got out of drug court, I just did that to make the courts happy, so I didn't have to go to prison. After I got out of there, man, I went right back to using. Like using women for sex and doing drugs. That was my life. That's what I knew. Man, and I've been in and out of prison 5 times now, facing charges right now. I'm still cleaning up the wreckage of my past right now. But thanks to the grace of God and the Healing House New Beginnings, I can stand here today and share my story. It's not easy to talk about some of the things that I've done, but I found out today that it's healthy, I found out it's healing, tears shed, man, they make me a better person today, and I've been married 4 times. I'm going through my 4th divorce right now, because I didn't think I could ever be happy without being in a relationship. But today I realize no relationship I need is with God, because He is what sustains me. He is what keeps me going every day. Life is still not perfect, I still go through struggles every day. But today I have a healthier way to deal with them. I don't have to cover them up with drugs. And every relationship I've ever been in, I thought as long as I was keeping them happy in the sack, that everything else would be good. Boy, what a joke that was, right?
Yeah.
Man, what a misconception. I just always thought that's what the love was sex. I didn't know anything else about love. I really didn't. Even being married 4 times, that's what I always thought. That as long as it was good in the bedroom, it was good everywhere. But that's not the case. I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. I've never been in one. But today I don't have to worry about that. Today I'm free from active addiction. I'm living a life serving God. And like I said, by the grace of God and through the people that He's put in my path. Sharon, Dave, Chris, all you guys, man. Heather, Rich, man, I can't say enough how much I appreciate each and every one of them, you know. Because when I have a problem, I don't have to cover it up anymore. I can go and talk to somebody who's going to give me good information, you know, a better way to deal with this problem, you know, because my life is still full of chaos. Let me tell you that. It's still full of chaos, but every day I get better, you know. Man, I'm healed today. I'm healed from active addiction. I'm free from that. I had no desire to get high today, you know, and that is a blessing right there. You know, that is a blessing from God. And through working this program, you know, well, I don't even call it a program, I call it a ministry, because this is my ministry. You know, this is my way to reach out and to help somebody else that's still in the darkness. To reach out to somebody who's struggling. Give my hand up, you know, because they're not looking for a handout. You know, they're just looking for some help, just like I was. And thank God He brought me here, you know. He brought me into the Koinonia house. And, because, I mean, like I said, I'm still dealing with some legal issues right now. But through the grace of God and what He's done in my life, I don't fear going to prison today, you know. Now, whether that happens or not, that's yet to be seen. You know, they're trying to give you 8 years for possession of methamphetamine, you know. It's been almost 2 years ago, I lost a grandson, 3.5 months old. 30 days after that, I lost my dad, my best friend. 2 months after that, my house burned to the ground, you know. They say bad things come in 3. Boy, I tell you what, that was a bad run, you know. And I was getting high. I was getting high trying to cover it up, and I got caught with some dope, you know. But today, you know, thanks to that woman right there, Heather B, I love you.
Love you too.
Because you know what? When I went to my interview with her, I had every excuse not to come. She had every answer for every excuse I had.
Praise God.
You know, praise God is right. You know, I tried to make up so many excuses. She just said, Michael, stop. Are you coming or not? Let's go do a UA. I said, okay. I said, all right. And, you know, and Chris was a big part of that, man. I love you, brother.
I love you, Mike.
And since I've been in the house, man, I've grown tremendously. You know, I still got some issues to deal with. I do. And everything's not perfect. I tell you what, every day today is better than any day back there. You know?
Amen.
No matter what I'm going through, it's better today than it's ever been. And today, I don't live in fear, I don't live in misery. I have peace and joy. And that's the grace of God. That's His unconditional love for me. So no matter how far I tried to run, He was standing right in front of me with open arms.
Come on. Yes.
Want me to come back. You know?
Amen.
And, man, I appreciate you guys letting me share. I know it's probably supposed to be a little bit longer than this, but I really don't have much else to say. Praise God and thank God for this program, for this ministry, because it's been a life change for me. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
That's not easy. So, but there is healing in it.
Yes, there is.
By writing